the beneficent, the merciful. This is Junaid Ashraf and you are watching Verboverse. Dear viewers, today I have brought something interesting, important, captivating and mesmerizing. What is it? The wait is over as I am going to unravel a poem on dad. The poem is going to be very relatable as father is an important element of every family. We all respect our fathers and we love them a lot. So it's time to dedicate a small poem to our fathers, to our dads. Without wasting further time, let's jump into the poem. The poem is written by Edgar Guest. You can see the poem text on your screens. I hope you will enjoy and you will dedicate the poem to your fathers, to your dads. It is starting with only a dad with a tired face, coming home from the daily race, bringing little of gold or fame to show how well he has played the game, but glad in his heart that his own rejoice to see him come and to hear his voice. What poet is saying in these lines is going to be very heart-touching and is going to be very relatable as we all see our fathers passing through this stage, as we see our fathers doing the same for us in their lives. Only a dad with a tired face coming home from the daily race. So actually these lines are introducing that the central figure of the poem, a father who returns home after a long day's work. He appears weary and exhausted. He appears tired. He sounds tired. Coming home from the daily race when a father comes from his daily work, his hectic, busy day at his job place, bringing little of gold or fame to show how well he has played the game. Here the poet is saying that bring little of gold or fame. It means that here a father every day might bring little money for his children, might be bringing a little fame, might be bringing a little name, but he always shows that he has played or he has done his work with all his efforts. Despite his efforts, the father may not have achieved great wealth or fame in his endeavors. The father does not have grand accomplishments to display, but he has played the game of life the best he can. It is very heart-touching and it brings and it arises great respect and reverence for our fathers, for our dads in our hearts. How do we behave with them? We should not be behaving the way we are behaving. We should give them the respect that they deserve. We should treat them the way they should be treated. So it is something that can bring tears in the eyes, that may touch your heart. But glad in his heart that his own rejoice to see him come and to hear his voice. Here the poet is trying to say that father, after spending whole hectic day at his workplace, is still happy Why? That his own rejoice. That's something that brings joy to him, means his family. When he sees that his family is happy, that his family is happy to see that father, that dad is coming, that dad has come from the workplace safe and sound. So this thing fills his heart with great pleasure. This thing pushes his worries. This thing pushes his hardships. This thing pushes his punishments he might face the whole day. Moving on, Edgar Guest is saying, only a dad with a brood of 4, one of 10 million men or more, plodding along in the daily strife, bearing the whips and the scorns of life, with never a whip of pain or hate, with never a whimper of pain or hate, for the sake of those who at home await. Look at the words, very heart touching. If I tell you the meaning, that may give you goosebumps. The next time we will be treating our fathers the way we are feeling now. Only a dad with a brood of 4 means the father has 4 children and he is just one of many fathers in the world. Only a dad with a brood of 4 means having 4 children to take care of, having 4 children for whom he is earning bread. One of 10 million men or more, but he is the only one out of the 10 million or the more population out in the city or in the country who takes care of these 4. The poet here acknowledges that there are countless fathers like him, and everyone is playing his role at his best, plodding along in the daily strife, plod along, continue doing work, keep oneself in the suffering. The father continues to move forward, persisting through the challenges and difficulties of everyday life. In the daily strife means everyday hard work. Remain persistent. Father remains persistent in the daily hardships, bearing the whips and the scorns of life. How heart-touching and heartfelt these lines are. He endures, he bears the hardships and criticisms that life throws at him, bearing the whips. What is whip? Whip is a strip of leather or a length of cord fastened to a handle, and that is used for flogging or beating a person or for urging on an animal. So here the poet is bringing a relevance and resemblance that the world outside treats our father like whipping or flogging an animal, but a father remains steadfast and sticks at his place, at his workplace, and does everything for his children. With never a whimper of pain or hate. And after bearing all these pains, a father never does what? A whimper of pain. Whimper is a symbol when we feel pain. We often produces the voices that show that we are feeling pain. We all can feel it. We all can relate the feelings of pain. We all had once pain somewhere in our body. So it is something very relatable. and scorns of life. Scorns of life means at times our fathers are mishandled or mistreated by the people outside. When life throws hard or harsh dialogues at them, despite facing pain and difficulties, the father does not complain or harbor hatred. For the sake of those who at home await, the question is, the poet is saying, for whom a father bears all it. For whom a dad bears all this. So the answer to this is, Edgar Guest is saying that a father bears all this for whom who are waiting for him at home, for his children. Moving on, only a dad, neither rich nor proud, merely one of the surging crowd, toiling, striving from day to day, facing whatever may come his way, silent whenever the harsh condemn, and bearing it all for the love of them. Very beautiful lines, and I hope this poem delves you in the depths of love that a father shows to his children, and the bearings a father bear, and the pains and scorns a father bears for his children, for his family. Only a dad, neither rich nor proud, a father may not be wealthy or boastful, proud, merely one of the surging crowd. But he is the only one, but merely one of the surging crowd. But he is the only one who is doing all this for us. He is just an ordinary person among many others. Actually, what do we do when we feel proud? When we boast off, what do? We actually want to nominate ourselves. We want to highlight our achievements or accomplishments that others have not got. But a father is never proud of it. Among all the people present in the society, in the world, a father doing all this for his children never feels proud, never boasts of. Toiling, striving from day to day, working hard. He works hard and puts effort into daily life, facing whatever may come his way. He faces whatever problems, difficulties, hurdles come his way. But he remains silent whenever the harsh condemn. He bears everything. He remains silent when faced with harsh criticism or judgment. When people talk to him, when people address him harshly, he remains silent. And bearing it all for the love of them. And he is bearing all this for the love of them. Them is referring to his children, to his family. Only a dad, but he gives his all to smooth the way for his children small, doing with courage stern and grim the deeds that his father did for him. This is the line that for him I pen. Only a dad, but the best of men. So it is talking in the last stanza, only a dad, but he gives his all. He is actually only a father. He is enjoying the status of being a father. Only man, but providing all things to us. Providing all facilities of life. providing all luxuries of life to us, to smooth the way for his children small, to bring necessities, to fulfill the necessities, and to bring luxuries of life to his small children. A father is doing work with courage stern and grim. He performs or approaches his responsibilities with firmness and courage. The deeds that his father did for him, and he learned all this from his father. When he saw his father did all this for him, the same way he is doing all for his children, for his offspring. Edgar Guest is saying here that this is the line that for him I pen, that what am I doing? What am I doing for my father? I am just writing this line. I am writing this line for my father. And what is that? What is the line Edgar Guest writes? I say, and you are listening now. The line is, only a dad, but the best of men. That he is only enjoying the title of a father. He is enjoying the title of a father. Despite being only a father, he is seen as the best of man. Why is he seen as the best of men? He is seen as the best of men because of his love, affection, sacrifices, steadfastness, resistance, and dedication that he has extended and provided and showed for his family. I hope all of you would have got something from this poem. You might have got motivation. You might have got the idea that from now onwards we are going to show more reverence and respect to our fathers. The video might have given you new and deep insights to think about your dad. It might have changed your attitude towards your dad, and it might have given you a chance to dedicate something to your father, to your dad, once in a week, month, or year. The poem is universally acknowledged, and it's time to dedicate to your father. If you have liked it, share it with your friends and with your fathers. Write something about your father in the comment section. And stay tuned with the channel by subscribing it. See you in the next video. Goodbye.